Well, good morning, everybody, and happy pre-May Day to all. 2 days, it'll be the first day of May. And back in the day, I don't even know if anybody does this type of stuff anymore, but I lived in a little small, it was unincorporated town, and so there's like, I think maybe there's, I don't know, 50 residents who lived there. Back in the day, it used to be a town, but now it was just like you could see what building used to be the general store and where the livery was and the old schoolhouse was. And they had 2 old little hotels and stuff. And it was going to be like a town. It was supposed to grow because the railroad was supposed to go through that area, and it never did. It went through the town of Elmwood, so their population flourished where ours kind of died off over the years, and all the little stores and whatnot that were open closed down. I mean, that was way before my time. But you can still tell by looking at the buildings what they used to be at one time. So anyway, me and the neighbor girls would go out and you'd pick little whatever flowers that were blooming, little white Mayflowers, or what else would be blooming? It's a little white flower and then a little teeny yellow flower too that would bloom. And you pick a little bouquet and you make this little teeny paper basket out of construction paper with a little handle to put your flowers in there and go knock on the door and leave them in a basket. It would just be a little teeny cute little kid basket and stuff. And you do that to some of the neighbor ladies that were widowed or lived by themselves and stuff. So happy pre-May Day to everybody, and happy post Viva. Woohoo! It was a lovely week at Viva, or not a whole week, but we were there Wednesday through Sunday and had a very nice time. It's a lot mellower time than we've had in the past, but we had a good time. We did our typical, went to the strip on Wednesday and did sweet peas on Thursday and did the Atomic and Frankie's. That was our big cocktailing day. Oh, and we should have known better. We didn't get a meal in there or didn't have little snackies while we were cocktailing. So that kind of makes your evening go from a longer evening to a shorter evening because the cocktails are full of liquor. Especially at, well, Atomic, they're all, you know, like martini, liquor-y type drinks. You know, it's not just like a rum and coke where it's mostly soda. And of course at the Tiki Bar, those are all like rum, delicious, fruity, and you don't even think you're drinking any alcohol because they're just so delicious and they go down so smooth. Ran into some really great people when we were down at Atomic, and then of course at Frankie's you always meet the really people who go there to be have a good time and to visit and meet new people and see who's out and about. And remember I had said I wasn't going to take as many pictures this time. Well, I didn't. You're like, oh, you already got like a couple little videos up. I'm like, but my picture taking was, usually it's like around 1,200 pictures because, you know, I will take 3 or 4 pictures of the same thing. And like one of them I'll use, and you should delete them as you go, but I don't do it. I do that when I get home, and it is what it is. So, and you'll notice I've been up for a while, and this is really an afternoon coffee today. That's why it might be a little bit darker than normal in here because the sun's not setting, but it's not high in the sky, so it's nice and bright in my little end vintage room here. So, but we had a great time. Only took like 800 and some pictures. So that was a lot less, but I was not smarter about it, but like the strippy just kind of click, click, click. So I borrowed some of my cousin's pictures that she had taken with her phone. And then like when we went to Frankie's, because I know we'd be cocktailing and visiting, and I wanted nice pictures to turn out. So right when we got there, everybody that was there, it wasn't really packed, a good crowd, but not packed. I just went around and said, hey, do you mind if I take a picture of, you know, a couple of your group or whatever? And then as a nicety courtesy, as you should do, if you take the picture, would you like to give me your phone and then I will take a picture? Because a lot of times, you know, like me and Chris, you'll have a picture of her or a picture of me, and don't get as many pictures together unless you're doing selfies or you ask somebody, but you hate to ask anybody. So then as a courtesy, I would take my picture and then I would take their phone, or, well, they're all phones. I don't think anybody else had a camera. Or, you know, like on Viva, you'd see people with like cameras. But out and about, everybody uses a phone. So I had a very nice night there. We got home by 10:30, 11 on the strip night. And we did some cocktails, but not very many. Atomic Frankie night, we did quite a few cocktails. And we were home by 9 o'clock. Got some room service and got a good night's sleep because you want to be fresh for the next couple days. So we were smart that way. And we did plenty of cocktails, for sure. So then Friday was the pool party. I got a little bit sunburned. Put a lot of SPF on my face. not on my arms. And I'm like, oh, I'll be okay. We're going to be out there for a couple. Well, I got fried, my chest and my arms, the tops of my knees. But I tell you what, it was so nice soaking up the heat of that sun. Oh, Lord, it felt so good. Got a few little pool pictures and stuff. Not that, not enough that I will be making a video or anything. I just posted some on Facebook, or I haven't. I will. I can't remember. So that was really nice. And then on Friday night we went and saw Charles Phoenix, which is kind of a vintage, kitschy, retro personality, and he puts on this like little slideshow. I wouldn't say he's a comedian, but he's a storyteller, a funny storyteller. And he does a slideshow of like some retro vintage stuff from the mostly from the 40s and 50s, and very entertaining. And he's kind of like the king of kitsch for the vintage community. So I was really looking forward to that. So we saw him and then watched some music and bebopping and stuff, and dancing. And then on Saturday we held off on the car show a little bit later because the heat gets to me so much and I didn't want to miss Jerry Lee Lewis. So we went to the car show a little later and then saw all the cars and whatnot, and then saw Jerry Lee, which is really neat. I got a couple pictures of him. I can just remember back in the day before everybody had all the phones and iPads and all this stuff, you would never like put your hands up in front of everybody to get a picture or a video or whatever, and they'd be considered rude or whatever. But now that's the social norm, and I would never do that to block somebody else's, but the 50 people in front of me. So everybody now does it, and it's kind of like the norm. So I, it's like everybody else, and stuck my camera up for a little bit, this and that, and got a couple pictures and a little mini video, and then just sat back and enjoyed listening to Jerry Lee Lewis. Which is really neat, just for the nostalgia factor of it. And I got back and I find out that he must be doing a little tour, because he's going to be at Treasure Island, which is only, a half-hour Treasure Island casino over on the other side of Red Wing. He's doing a little thing, so I think if I can get some tickets, it's during the summer, but I don't usually go up north during July because it's too hot, and see if I can get some tickets for me and my husband to go. I got to check that out. I haven't done that yet. So that'd be so neat to go take him over there. When we did to the car show, you had to wait forever and ever for setup and this and that. And we did that, and then we didn't stay and listen to the Stray Cats, one of our Minnesota home bands and stuff, because we wanted to go see the burlesque showcase, which was kind of like the talent competition. So that was really fun. And then we went home on Sunday. So I went to bed Saturday night at midnight. Christy came back, I don't know, a few hours later, because she was trying to get their last minute little gambling in. And I went and had my last little thing. She does her little thing at the end of the time that we're there. And I always stop at the candied apple store that's in the hotel and get myself a caramel peanut apple. And I take that up to the room and they pre-slice it, which is lovely for you. I can't remember the name of the store though. Anyway, there's only one in New Orleans. That'd be it. And then I make myself a little coffee and I pack my stuff and, kind of decompress from the trip. And not that it was stressful at all. It was a lovely trip. I didn't seem to have the energy that I had the last few times. I had the enthusiasm to go, miss some stuff. There's too many things going on. And I felt kind of bad. We didn't get to meet up with the bunch of vintage gal YouTubers that we wanted to, because I had the time wrong, and I felt kind of bad about that. And, well, what can you do? It's neither here nor there. We did run into them a couple times throughout the festivities and said, hey, hi, how are you? And but didn't make their little meet and greet. And I felt bad because it was my fault. I thought it was 9 and it was 8, and it is what it is. What are you going to do? So anyway, I was like, oh, kind of feeling bad. You feel like, oh, we want to do this, and we didn't do this. There's just not, you just can't do everything, and you just kind of whoosh, kind of let it go and realize you just take out of it what you can, because you cannot see everything. You cannot go everything. There's too much going on. And I kind of felt bad that we were leaving because we didn't get to see the jive contest Sunday night, but, limited time off. And then next year, I was like, okay, I booked my room. We got online at 1 a.m. when it opened up. Got it booked for next year at the Orleans. Because if we couldn't stay at the Orleans, I wouldn't do it. Because we like to bebop around, go back up to the room, maybe change your clothes or change your shoes or freshen up or whatever. And if we couldn't stay there, I wouldn't even go, because I wouldn't want to take the shuttle back and forth to the Gold Coast, which you can stay at, and they got a free shuttle. We've talked to many people that do that, There's some people who like to stay off because they don't want as much of it as going on, where we do want to see as much stuff as we can and have the convenience to stay in there. The people that we've ran into who haven't stayed there said it's kind of a pain going back and forth, or maybe you just want to run back to your room for something, or a Tylenol, or a safety pin, or whatever, and you're not there. So you got to take the bus back, and then, you know, it's half hour over and half hour back. So we got the room for next year. We just have to decide. Puppies are going to be barking because they see somebody driving by. We have it booked for next year, which is on Easter again. So I'm going to talk to my cousin Christy and say, hey, are you okay with if we come back Saturday, or I guess it'd be Sunday early morning, like do all the stuff we want to do, hang out a little bit, and then head over to the airport and get on the plane at like 2 in the morning or something, 2 or 3 in the morning, so we can get back, so I can, because I don't want to miss Easter. I'm always debating, oh, it's okay, but tell you what, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I might have to stop one other time because of my battery. Anywho, so if she's up for that and good for that, we'll do that, because I just don't want to miss family, because like I said, or was saying, that the older you get, it seems like the less you see each other, the less people come, or the less family members. So I'm going to take advantage of what we have now in our life and not miss out on anything. Because, you know, if you only get together twice during the holidays and a couple times during the summer, I don't want to not throw that away, but I don't want to miss that. You know, I like Vegas and it's fun and I love the experience, but we still have just as much fun going Wednesday through Saturday. So we'll see what Christy's up for, and we'll decide from there. So yeah, that was a good time. And okay, so what did I get for souvenir-y type things? Not very many things. We went to Frankie Tiki Bar. When I have cocktails, I have ended up getting overzealous with buying other people cocktails, and so I bought some tiki mugs, and I bought some, oh lordy. So I don't know if the lovely couple from Reno, Nevada took the tiki mugs with them that I bought for them, because they're probably like, we only have so much room, we can't take all the tiki mugs. But they were there for the gifting if they wanted to. Oh, that's just the way I am. So, because I wasn't going to take them, but so I hope that that couple took the tiki mugs and just didn't leave them there, because I paid for them. But that's the way I get. I just get really generous and like, oh, I'll buy you a drink, or I'll get you. Oh Lord, that's just the way I am. So anywho, what I bought were these lovely Aurora Borealis earrings, $10. Not a lot of stuff. We went to Atomic, and I got myself a tank top, just a plain old tank top that it says on the back. I got this for up north, because, you know, I like wear my vintage stuff when I'm campfiring and fishing and stuff. So I got that. It's kind of going to be my fishing shirt. And then I bought this cute, I call it a Lucy style dress. It's a shirt dress, and it was a lady's from the nursing home probably, because it's got her little initials in there. But just a cute little Lucy dress. And then it has the pleats. It's got some staining, some water damage along the bottom. It must have been in storage in a cardboard box. Got wet or damp, and then got water staining all over it. I should be able to get that all out with some good washing, with my new washing machine. And then I just love the little collar detail. So I thought, what a cute little summer dress. So I got that. Well, you know, I'm cheap. And it was priced $68. But she says, well, wait, I'll give you a deal, and I'll give it to you for $48. 48 was, I'm like, well, okay, it'll be my Viva dress. Usually when I go to Viva, I like to buy one article of clothing. And I remember that was the dress that I got that year in Viva. I don't know. So I got it for 48, which is more than I would pay for this type of dress, but it's kind of a souvenir. So for souvenirs, I got these for 10, this for 48, and the other shirt for 10. So not really. Didn't spend a lot of money on souvenirs and stuff, so I decided, well, it is what it is. But had a good time. And I like to have like stuff, because, you know, I put memories to items. So I think our little coffee chat's just going to be about Viva and stuff. I'm going to keep it a little bit shorter today, because I've got so much stuff going on in my life, trying to get it all done. And if you remember last time we had coffee, I said this coffee was going to be my coffee giveaway, which it is. So for the giveaway, I'm giving away 2 of these cute little Ulta. And there, I had gotten these because if you bought so much, you got this cute little Ulta bag along with your purchase. And I'm not going to use it all. Or I don't need it, what should I say, because I got enough makeup. So I'm going to hopefully can open this and not have stuff all over. The only thing I did take out was, there was a coupon that expired. It wasn't very long, so let's see if I can do this. I gotta keep, because it's so nice and neat. So it's just a bag of all this little makeup. Like I said, the coupon expired within 30 days that I received it, so I just chucked that and got rid of that. So it's got like a little bit of everything the way it looks. It's got a nice little shadow palette and just a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm giving away 2 of those because I had purchased enough from 2 different shopping events to get 2 of these bags. So I have one that is a lavender periwinkle color and one that's a pink. And all you need to do to enter is down below, just comment about what your favorite thing about spring is, no matter what it is. Like, you know, me, it's green, budding trees, getting ready for the up north camping season, getting all my little birds back, because I love my birds. I just love when they come through this time of year, because, you know, a lot of them are just migrating to wherever they're going, so you might get an indigo bunting or something that won't stay around for the whole season, but you get to see a little glimpse of them this time of year as they're going to where they're going to go for the season. So that's all you have to do is just comment below. I'm going to also share this on my Facebook page, so if you see this on my Facebook page and you put a little comment on my Facebook page about your favorite thing about spring, you'll get your name put in twice.